Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 19. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. Claire and Emily. So Claire stops by to visit Emily. She's talking to Emily, telling her about Cam and how he said she was going to be emotional on decision day. You know, he called me and we were talking and he's so straightforward. Listen, you going to be an emotional wreck and so am I. I'm going to be emotional too, crying tears of joy because it is over. Okay, it's over. It's over. Now I can't wait. When I say I can't wait, baby, I cannot wait. Claire just talking to talk, child. Girl, move on. So then Emily was like, well, I think everything happens for a reason. And with Brennan, things were going so well. So then Claire said, well, it seems like Brennan has been very present. Now, Claire, a little later on in the episode, you say something different. Now, keep it real. Emily wants more good days like she's gotten since she got her head cracked wide open. And she's like, I'm going to set up a dinner to tell him, that I want him in my life. Emily, abort mission, honey, abort. Don't do it. Don't do it. That man does not want you at all. He does not want so much as a DM from you after this. Please leave that man where he is. Becca and Austin. So they're doing a pottery class, getting their ghost on and whatnot. Becca said that she doesn't know if he likes her off camera and she doesn't really know who he is. He's a poser. That's who he is. I told y'all gonna start listening to me. Drop a flower down in the comment section because y'all owe me some flowers. I told y'all. Baby, I told y'all that he was a poser. When I saw him on that beach and he was talking to Orion, I think it was Orion. I don't know. He was talking to somebody. I knew then and there someone right. I said, Him and his backwards hats, they can't be trusted. The way that Becca is breaking this fourth wall, baby, she is sick of it. Do y'all hear me? She is sick of it. She is trying to tell him, listen, I do not like how you treat me differently when these cameras go down. She's like, yeah, I don't think you like me off camera. She's like, I know you like me as a person, but I mean, in the wife type of way, I don't know. Austin still lying, talking about, no, I do. I like you. Becca, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. It's getting pitiful at this moment. He's having a pity relationship, conversation, all of that at this point. It's pitiful. She said she noticed positive changes because he didn't pitch a fit about what she said about the washing machine. And usually it would have gone much differently. So then he said, well, do you think my disagreement style is combative? She said, yes. She said, normally you want explanations and whatnot, and I really don't want to have to do that because I'm usually having to be long-winded, but this time it was just like cut and dry, and I appreciated it. He said that the other men that she used to date were pushovers and that she wants him to be the same way. She's like, no, I just want you to think about us. I don't care about you thinking for yourself, but in the midst of that, I want you to think about us as well. I feel so bad for Becca. I really do. She has such a bright light coming down that aisle. Such a bright light. Starting out at that altar. Now she is just, I don't know, questioning everything that she's ever asked for or even done. Like her light is completely blown out. So she's cold, right? Shivering and whatnot. And she went to grab his jacket because it's fleece lined. So he made a joke about her getting it dirty. So baby, she turned right around about face and went over there and got hers, right? So she comes and sits down. He's like, well, I just wanted you to wash your hands. So she felt a way about that. Now, I feel like she's hypersensitive to anything that he says because everything up until now has made her feel like an inconvenience. That's what it's giving me. But I also, in a way, felt like she was being a bit manipulative, hanging her head down and, okay, I'll put the jacket back and I'll put my jean jacket on. You should have worn some fleece. You're in Denver. I'm sorry, Becca. Becca, now I love you, girl. I really do. I like you pink. But baby, you're going to have to wash your damn hands first before you pick up my coat. I'm just saying. It only takes a second. Now, I'm not Team Austin in his backwards cap. But at the same dang on time, you know you in Austin. You don't throw on no light denim. You don't throw on no light denim jacket. Girl, goodbye. Moving forward. Also, Married at First Sight, Lifetime people, whoever produces this, wrap this up. Because what are you two even talking about? Let's get to the decision day already, because y'all know there's no material for all these episodes. We shouldn't even be on episode 19. It should have ended at episode 9. As soon as O'Lion got through manipulating and gaslighting Lauren, we should have wrapped this thing up. Because really and truly, that's where the entertainment ended. And Austin, take the hat off and state it plain. Tell her exactly how you feel, because she's sitting here grasping and hoping and wishing and hoping on a prayer. Just tell her it ain't gonna happen, Captain. Michael and Chloe. So Dr. Pia is paying them a visit. Hey, y'all. Why does it always seem like Chloe and Michael are dressed for 2 different occasions? She dressed like she came straight from the office, and he dressed like he's out. You know what I'm saying? Just going out on the town. Maybe going to a bar or 2 or an art museum. I don't know. It's given 2 different occasions. And ever since Michael asked to wear those earrings, baby, Chloe has had them on every episode, and don't think I didn't notice. I said, Chloe is back in them earrings. Y'all are so funny. So they sit down, they start talking about how things are going. Michael is saying that, you know, he's being vulnerable with her, but he also likes to take time to recharge with his power naps. Honey, I know that's right. I'm going to take a 30-minute nap. Okay, I got to get my sleep. I know that's real. One thing Michael and Chloe gonna do, though, they gonna be wordy. Sometimes I can't even follow. I'm like, what? And you got to be vulnerable, and you got to be open for the vulnerability, because the vulnerability that is vulnerable is the only vulnerability that can vulnerability you. I'm like, what's happening now? What was said now? I'll be so confused, child. But it's working for him. So then Dr. Pia switches gears to sexual intimacy. So Chloe says, you know, she needs an emotional connection and attachment first. But they do touch and hold hands, and, you know, things have been growing. Child, this little snippet needs to be on After Dark. I said, baby, I see what's growing. Baby, I just know Michael get down in that bedroom. I just know it. Baby, I just know it. I know what I know, and I know that he probably gets down. Moving forward. So basically they were saying they want to make sure that the emotional part is there before sex. Well, child, y'all the closest to it, because everybody else can't stand each other. As soon as Claire saw Cameron, she was on the run, and he been on the run ever since. Then you got Brennan and Emily. He don't give a damn. Becca, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. And also they ain't gonna take that damn hat off. So y'all about the closest that we gonna get. She did say that they walk around naked or whatever they got to do together. But Dr. Pia asked if they've pleased themselves together. Now, they have not. So the homework is a trip to the adult superstore. Child, don't let Becca find out. She gonna knock Austin's cap back. Oh, child. Oh, honey, she gonna knock that cap back. Do you hear me? Brennan and Emily. So they're at dinner. He asked about decision day. Now, mind you, this is the fancy restaurant and nice dinner that she wanted to take him to tell him that she wants him to be in her life. They're at the dinner. He asked about decision day. She says she's more confident post-accident than she was pre-accident. He said, well, I feel like it brought us closer together. Emily, you saying you more confident after you cracked your head is the craziest thing that I have heard. That sounds crazy as I'll get out. Brennan then brings up them being friends. He said, yeah, I feel like there was a disconnect, and I thought that the lines were getting blurred and expectations were high after the accident. So I want to bring it back. Just know that we're just friends. Baby, he's stopping Emily before she gets any bright ideas. He's like, listen, I don't know what you think this is, but this ain't that. Emily said, well, you never said friends. Ma'am, he actually did. Now, I am no Brennan fan, but all he's been yelling is friends. What about your friends? He's giving TLC, baby. He has said friends. It's giving Rachel and Ross. Honey, y'all were on a break. He has said friends over and over and over. She's mad because she's like, I'm not a mind reader, which is why you said you broke up with your ex. So, I mean, I wish you would have told me something. He said, okay, I should have made it clear. I don't know how clearer you can make it. So then Brennan turns around and claims that he was trying. When were you trying, Brennan? When? Trying my patience. That's what you're trying, but you were not trying in this relationship. Emily said, well, I mean, if you believe that, then I don't know, but I don't. She feels like after the honeymoon, a guard went up and she never got a fair shot. Now, that is absolutely correct. He said, so all my efforts, that doesn't mean anything. We're just not going to acknowledge that. What efforts? Besides you getting that Cheesecake Factory and warming it up and pouring that mop water down the sink in the kitchen. What efforts? What exactly did you do, Brennan? So Emily tells him, most women wouldn't have stayed, and you should not have either. You should have packed it the hell up as soon as he started acting funny. As soon as he didn't want to move in that shared apartment, that is the kiss of death. When they get from the honeymoon and they get to that shared apartment, if they don't want to move in, you might as well just go on, call it quits. If they don't want to move in, that means they don't like you. So he asked her, well, was it me staying or you convincing me to stay? Oh, baby, I know he didn't. The level of ick that I have watching him is through the roof. Not you being cocky, talking about she convinced you to stay, and not you saying, yeah, I did convince you to stay. She was like, I didn't think it was fair for you to take my experience. Emily, the experience that you've had on this show this season, they actually owe you a stipend. This is going to be one of those commercials years later. Were you a victim of Married at First Sight? Call 1-800-IT'S All or Nothing so you can be compensated fairly. Like, y'all gonna need to run them a check. Girl, you cracked your skull open. Your tape ends and your glue ends or whatever ends that you had on the ends of your hair got knotted up and they had to cut your hair down at the honeymoon. You fell and hurt your wrist. Then you fell in the shower again and hurt the other wrist. Then you went to... It's just too much, Emily. It is too much. That's the experience that you wanted. He said, well, I put you before me. She said, yeah, you did. Emily, no, he did not. Did he put himself before you or did you put your reputation before her? Brennan, you're talking her in a circle. Emily, he's fooling you, honey. Let me decipher what's going on. See that little attitude that you have on the after party? You need to take that and make that same energy happen here with Brennan. Because you're lost in the sauce, honey. You don't know which way is up. Moving forward. So then he says, if I wouldn't have listened to you, you wouldn't have almost died. Huh? Now, I know that you are not blaming her for her accident because she convinced you to stay. You are a grown man. Leave. If you wanted to leave, you could have left. He then leans in and repeats it. Something is wrong with him. He spins it and says, it wasn't worth almost losing you. To stick things out, it just wasn't worth it. Brennan, get off the gas. You could care less about Emily. We could have lost you. That doesn't work on me. Okay, it doesn't work. You don't give a damn. So the server comes over with the meal, right? So now they're chowing down on this rare steak and she's pissed that he doesn't want to talk. He just wants to enjoy the meal. So baby, they eating the steak and whatnot. Mashed potatoes looked a little loose, but we'll work with it. So they eating. She says, well, I am a little upset that, you don't want to talk about things. So Emily tells him, listen, I gave my all and you don't want anything from me. Do you care to elaborate? So he said, in the real world, you will go on a date and, that's it. But here is 24/7 and I saw everything that I needed to know and it's all red flags. Earth to Brennan. This is the real world. This is real. I think people are now signing up for this just to have fun and go on a free vacation. Same with Love is Blind. And speaking of Love is Blind, please check out that review for episodes 10 and 11 right after this. Okay, now that I'm done with the shameless plug, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But Brennan, this is the real world. And I know you ain't talking about no red flags. Both of y'all are giving red flags. He said that Emily's too negative and, her destroying Michael and Chloe's vows it was too much for him. It was just too much. Now, I have to agree, she was hating because I remember doing that review and I was like, dang, Emily, what do you mean their vows are vanilla? Girl, goodbye. So she starts crying, saying that she's the most positive person. I am positive. What are you saying? Emily said, oh my gosh, this is groundbreaking. Ma'am, please, not groundbreaking. He said she kept saying what she hated and he hated that she used the word hated. So Emily is appalled at him saying that. Emily, there's no need to cry, honey. It's just an excuse. Don't take it to heart. Whatever Brennan says, baby, take it with a grain of salt. Do not listen to him, okay? Don't ingest that. Don't internalize it. It's okay. So Emily is sitting on the restroom floor, right? crying in the restaurant because he called her negative. Emily, if you don't get up off this nasty floor and you have on a skirt, girl, something might crawl into your lady parts. Gonna get all up in your whatnots. You sitting here crying over him, you gonna end up in the emergency room. Them people don't want to see you no more, Emily. Okay? They don't want to see you no more. So the producer is saying to her, well, we don't see you as being negative, and get up off that floor. Honey, I know that's right. This is an awful first experience of a relationship. And like I said, you need to be compensated. Call 1-800 It's All or Nothing to get your check. It's my money and I need it now. Oh, child. Moving forward. Call that number for your pain and suffering, Emily. So she comes back to the table for more red flags. Girl, pack your leftover steak up and get ready to go. Don't ask him anything else that's going to upset you. That's all you really need to know. He said after the accident, she was more positive. And she said, I'm positive. That's the way people describe me. She said he never gave her a chance to fix it. She didn't even know that was a red flag because he never told her. Emily, he is sitting there getting joy out of you being distraught. Ooh, wee, baby. Single life it is. Becca and Austin. So we move on over from one argument to the next. Now they're in the dark at home arguing. She brings up him being upset about the way she's making him look on camera. He said, you've categorized me as a terrible person. She said, no, I didn't. I'm not saying things about you like that. He said, well, I feel like, if I don't agree with you, then I'm considered combative. He said, am I being combative right now? So she says no. He said, well, nobody has ever described me that way. Okay, so this is the episode of the descriptions. I'm a positive person. I'm a good person. I've never been described as combative. He's upset because he feels like that's going to make him look bad. He asked her if he's ever said something to make her look bad on camera. She said, I was not trying to make you look bad. All these people care about is how people perceive them. Little do they know, we actually can't stand your portrayal either. Ain't that something? You came on here to portray yourself as one person and we don't like that person either. Y'all just playing halfway human on TV. I clocked you episode 3 though, Austin. And when you told her that you wanted to leave your Nintendo 64 at home, I knew then that you did not want her. Brennan and Emily. So she's telling us in her little diary cam that Brennan went home and they weren't able to focus on the positive. Ma'am, he was only tolerating you because of your accident. There were no positives. None. Michael and Chloe. So they go to the adult boutique and Michael said that his freak number is 6.3. He said that he was more vanilla in bed. Really? I wouldn't have pegged him as vanilla. I feel like it's the lie detector test determined that was a lie. I just think it's a lie. But I don't know, y'all. Chloe might be the kinky one. Honestly, I think we need to figure out if Chloe is being real before we get to the whips and the handcuffs of it all. Okay, I feel like we're working backwards. We shouldn't even be down to the sex shop because we ain't even got past the good stuff yet. They're shopping around. She's looking for a new toy. She's crying until the point of tears. And I was like, girl, what is that funny? This is a mess. Girl, you looking for a toy and it's a whole human man standing right there. Have you seen him? Remember the obstacle course and whatnot? Okay, girl. Emily and Claire. So Claire is telling Emily that she has been protecting her from Brennan. But girl, today is the day. She said, girl, Brennan is not giving you the same respect that you give him. So she breaks it down to Emily that he's been going on double dates with Cameron. Not double dates when Cam is supposed to be recovering. What is happening? So Emily and Claire, they're both crying. She's telling Emily she doesn't deserve his treatment and don't. Emily, you don't deserve this. But this should not be anything new to you. Brennan has been a little weirdo since you made that joke about having fun at the honeymoon. That is when the energy shifted. Brennan is probably still on dating apps and he ain't fooling me. We need Elijah Isaac and his neck tattoo to investigate. Because he sure found out when Katina was still down there on them dating apps. Emily, pack up your dignity and all your braces that you've collected throughout the season and leave Brennan in that shared apartment alone, honey. He will be looking for me in the daytime with a flashlight. Moving forward. 3 days until decision day. Brennan and Emily. So Emily is FaceTiming Brennan asking him, what is the reason for you going on a double date? What was the reason? Honey, in my Cardi B voice. Girl, why are you asking the reasoning? We don't give a damn. We don't care, girl. You're free. You don't need to worry about him. He was like, it was all a lie. It's a joke between me and Cameron. Yeah, right. He turns it around and says that it was her and her negativity that caused all of this. Emily, there's no reason to go back and forth and back with this man. Hang it the hell up. Hang the phone up. This man then says, is this how you're going to act after I saved your life? Brennan, are you on prescription medication or dog food? Which one is it? You did not save her life. The scary part is he really wants a trophy for being decent. Did you drive the ambulance? Did you perform CPR? Did you render first aid? What exactly did you do? Besides say, you're okay, you're fine, you're fine. Child, he is a trip. He tells her that he's going to come and get his things and then he'll see her on decision day. Okay, arrivederci, sucker. Honey, don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you. Moving forward. In the next scene, all the ladies get together because at this point, this is a show to get friends. So Emily is telling them about the negative label and him wanting to go on double dates. Meanwhile, Chloe is sitting there like, I hope the vibrator is charged up. I don't know. Like, what is happening, honey? Ooh, child. Becca then pipes up and says, Brennan would make her delete diary cams if they didn't fit his narrative. That's some old scary, creepy stuff. Let me tell you something. A person that cares about their appearance and the way that they come across like that, to me, that is scary. Because Brennan oftentimes sits there with a blank expression on his face, looking like he's plotting and scheming something. Then you tell her to delete things so that we won't know who the real you is. That's giving Dateline if I ever did see it. Becca then says that Austin is mad because she called him combative and dismissive. These men really think editing is going to be playing into this fakeness. At some point, the veil was going to be lifted. Becca then says that Austin just walks right past her when she's changing her clothes. Oh, baby, it's a wrap. I've had a man trying to take me down while I'm brushing my damn teeth. So you mean to tell me that you are taking your clothes off and this man is walking right past you? Okay, it's a hell no. He is not attracted to you at all. Becca, he's just not that into you. Moving forward. So Becca starts saying all these great things about Austin. Girl, give him nothing. Give him nothing. You are trying to save his image with these nice words. Keep the same energy that you want Emily to have with Brennan. It is okay to save yourself first. Don't try and save him because he wouldn't save you. If you were on a plane, they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first before you can help anyone else. Put your mask on first, Becca. We don't even need decision day. It's no's all across the board, including Michael and Chloe, and they ain't fooling me because I do not buy that Chloe is being genuine. I just don't. Now, maybe I'm wrong and I'm being too harsh on Chloe. That could be true, but I just don't see it. I feel like this show has run its course and it's time to call it a day. There's nothing remotely happy or inspiring about it. When I first watched this show and I was just like, wow, you could really find your person. But watching this from season 12 on to 17, yeah, it's time to wrap it up. Becca and Austin. So he goes out with a friend and she goes out with a friend. Becca is telling her friend about Austin being upset about her finally being truthful. He's telling his friend that she's been hurtful with her words and he doesn't know if he can get over it. Becca, listen, you did nothing wrong. It is okay to be honest. Walk on eggshells for what? To protect him? No, thank you. She said, well, I just feel like we're triggering each other and we're not hearing each other. Austin is over there saying, there's a lot of good in the relationship and I feel like she only focuses on the bad. Becca's friend is keeping it real though. She said, girl, you not being desired at this stage in the game? That's a red flag. Hard stop. You need to let him go. She said that she doesn't want to be hard on him. Becca, you cannot keep pretending. This is insane. You shouldn't feel like this about a stranger after 2 months of an experimental process. Off camera is the real him. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Brennan and Emily. So he's coming by to grab his things. Child, I would have had his stuff outside the door. Do you hear me? With a note saying it's all there. He would not have even gotten a chance to come in. Then as he's walking out, had enough nerve to try to get a hug. Somebody, do you want to talk for a minute? No. Get out. I wouldn't let him touch me. I wouldn't want my negativity to rub off on him. They lasted 19 episodes too long. Becca and Austin. So he's also left the apartment. She said that she's trying to sort through things and that they were good before meeting with her friend Lindsay, but she comes back and she could kind of tell that he was upset. They talked and he said he was still upset about the optics of it all. So now she's questioning everything. Austin has been putting on a facade since the second day y'all woke up on that dang on honeymoon. Then she says, I still have a crush on him though, but I just don't think that it's going to work. I didn't think that he would be as dismissive as he is. And I don't think he would be this dismissive with his person. The experts need to be let go because there's nothing expert about it. Everyone is in a constant state of stress. Becca, with your health, you cannot afford to be stressed out at all times. This is not going to work. Like I said, we can wrap up all of this, even the reviews, honey, because what else is there to see? Do we even need a reunion? There ain't going to be no updates. We can find out who they dating on Instagram. Brennan got enough nerve to be making a diary cam. Sir, please. Okay? Fade the screen to black. We don't care. It's all lies. We don't give a damn. Emily's like, I'm feeling a little bit uneasy about decision day. Why? He does not deserve any conversation or energy. Go in there, say no, and walk out. I wouldn't even show up, but that's just me. Michael and Chloe. Meanwhile, down the hall, Chloe is in there opening up her new toy. Baby, this show is a mess. Chloe is smelling it and whatnot. Ma'am, if it has a smell, take it back. Okay? Take it back because it shouldn't be smelling like nothing. This is the most cringe thing that I've seen in a while. Chloe is laughing hysterically and setting a timer for the toy because she's ready to get into it. She's super excited. They named the toy Penelope. This is just a mess. Lifetime, please. And I mean, please don't ever use a sound bite of Chloe moaning ever again. And that was the end of the episode. Everybody has fallen apart. This is the first season with 0 matches. If any of these people say yes, I'm never watching this show again. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's staged, it's fake, it's phony, and they are definitely getting a stipend. So, and I'm not talking about their daily, stipend that they get to be on the show. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about they're paying these people to say yes. The amount of torture and anguish that they have faced in these marriages, I have never seen all the women get together and make a circle and just cry. Eat and cry. It was given waiting to exhale. Count on me through thick and thin. No, we need to wrap this up. You can count on me. Child, this is a fool. Shout out to Whitney Houston. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. I had to take a little break, but I'm back. I feel a little bit better, so we're going to continue to get into the mess. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.